Hi, Teresa again. That other video ran really long, which I knew it would. I'm so sorry. I hope it comes through. I'm just showing how I'm blending. And still, again, the colors that I'm using the craft, the chalk paints, and this little palette, and my paper here. And I am just trying to blend these images out. You see how you can find the color and pull it out. And this is how. Look, there's a little bit of light there. It is an imperfect science, and that's what makes it work. And you can use the dry and the wet of your foam. See this? And that color's a little too purple for her color. So I'm gonna go in and get some gray. I can even add a tiny bit of black. See, I just dabbed tiny bit of black and throw it in there. That'll darken up that purple. See a little bit? This has to do with a little bit of color theory. You can add, I'm going over her dress. I am tapping so lightly. I don't know if you can see this. I am barely touching this. And it's allowing the wetter paint to hit the top, and you're just doing this. You're just going over top. There's very little paint on here. It's blending what's already there. See that? And it pulls it out, and now the image kind of goes to the bottom, but it really doesn't. And you just keep doing that. You just keep going over top of colors. Like here's some black. You see how that's more black? So I'm gonna dip the tiniest little corner, just that little edge, and it leaves, look, and then you can blend it. You just dab it on there, mix this back, and then the dry part, you use the dry part of this. Again, you're not trying to be perfect. That's how this works. If you're trying to line things up exactly, you're just gonna frustrate yourself. And you can see you don't need to, because it really just works. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to sort of match and sort of blend. And that's what we're gonna do over here. You see where it's black? I'm gonna dip it slightly in, and then I'm gonna take some of the hard black off. That's why I'm doing that. I'm going from hard black. If I do a couple dabs, it'll pick up a little bit of gray, and it'll mute that slightly, because, and then, oop, I need more black. So see that? Dabby, 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 dabby. That dabbing is what, and then look at that. It's just, you gotta play with it, okay? If you don't wanna put it on your bottle, play with it on your paper. That's another good reason for the paper. And then up here too. And you can just keep changing your colors. And then, because the paint is still wet, that's the beauty of it, you can replace this for just a black brush, or you can go in full black for blending, a lot of black. And then see what I'm doing here? I'm just going back with the black and covering up some of the gray. And then we're gonna get into how to stipple around a little bit more. But hopefully, that did not take long at all to take your hard edge away. And that's why it's really easy. You're using, this is fairly dry, okay? You only tipped it in the water one time when you started. And then if you want a black bottom, you can put a little black down here just to give it a little. You can also pull your brush, okay? So look, I don't like that there. So I'm gonna go a little darker, and I'm gonna try to blend a little bit. See? Takes it right away. Then, again, now sometimes I will change my brushes. Look, just do like that and see how it blends? It just blends. Now, if I wanted to add more, I can go up here. This is how you give it the age to kind of go in other places on the bottle, and just take what you currently have and dab it in places. And it pulls that color out away from the bottle and gives it a little bit of, that's how you get that aging kind of. Dipping it back in my gray. I used very little paint, and look, see what's happening here? This is what's happening. You can just bring it out. Once you got you're kind of done near your image itself, that's when you just start working around the bottle and blending. And you're just using this little sponge. And there's different size sponges to whatever makes you happy. Okay, let me see if I can, like, okay, oopsie, we'll just cover it up. Just go back in on top with some black, blend it out. Your brush is doing the blending. All you're doing is tapping until you're happy, and there you have basically a blended bottle. Now, what sets it, makes it really different is the next level, which is, it needs to dry a little bit, but this is where I now use the stencil brushes, where I will pick a lighter color like the gray deliberately, knowing it's going to be contrasting from the dark. You just dab it, you don't wet it. And again, that's why I like to use this, because I already have this kind of mixed palette that I'm not mixing in my paints, and you just very lightly, I am barely touching this. I'm just doing this, and it's creating these little spots. Barely, 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 barely. I mean, just tap, tap, tap. And there's hardly any product on this. It's a dry brush. I'm dabbing it in, but dabbing it off. It's deep in the recesses already. So by just touching, I get this wonderful stippling that happens, and you can put it near the edges, see, like there, and it helps blend out. It helps blend a little bit with some of the, pulling some of the brighter color. Because when you have a dark bottle like this and you have a bright face, it really helps to pull this out. The next thing we're gonna do, and we might not do it, I think I'll do another video, is adding some color. This is where we pick our metallic color that we're going to use. Where is that? Oh, here. What did I do with it? Daggone it. Anyway, I'm looking for the metal scroll that I actually, okay, I can't find it. Anyway, but like for here, we'll go in and do a little bit of purple into the, see how the purple into the gray creates a lighter purple. And I might put a couple dabs down here just to make it interesting. Now I'm making the bottle interesting. Again, this is where the devil is in the details. You see, this is where just tiny light, tiny light. We've actually added another color of violet, but a light lavender maybe, where it ties into the other colors that are in here, right? And it just makes it pretty. It gives it dimension. Texture and dimension, that's what we're after here. And I can go around the whole bottle and do this, so I'm not going to do it all here. I think we got the technique. I think you get it. I'm going to do one more video where I add the other color. See how this is where the only time I use metallics, which is I will either use gilding waxes or the metallic paints. We'll go back and we'll use a gold or a silver, depending on how I want to finish this, or a copper, and give it just that little bit of edge. And you use copper and you use browns because that is aging color. Like a patina is like a green copper. Anyway, hopefully you get what we're doing here. I'll be back. Thanks for watching.